Now watch them. What them do? Watch them. What they do now? They do.
Okay. Then we're gonna get the soap and we're gonna rub it between our hands.
There we go.
And then we're gonna rub in between our fingers. And then we're gonna rub the backs of our hands.
Watch out for the hand.
And then we're gonna do our thumb. And then we're gonna do our fingernails. And we're gonna do our wrists. And then we're gonna rinse with more clean water.
So we put water and I'm going to show. Put water. Put down. Yeah.
And then we're gonna dry our hands.
So it means when we
to be able to lead a group of peers is different than leading a group of individuals that, you know, maybe have less expertise or less experience than you. And so to do that among a group of her peers in a way that is very respectful and at the same time very organized and in a very forward-thinking way, so true to the organization, its mission, showing up not just physically but mentally and with all the energy and creativity that it takes.
My first semester as president, so last fall, there was a lot of me just doing stuff instead of delegating. And I think that ever since then, I've been making a continued effort to try to delegate more, which is really hard for me because I'm a control freak and very OCD. So it's a continual effort for me to be like, hey, I need you to do this instead of just thinking of it and doing it myself. But I think that that's a better way to be a leader, because then it keeps more people engaged too, instead of you just doing everything. If everyone feels like they have a specific responsibility to the group, then they're more likely to show up and do their part as well than if they're just showing up every week to hear me talk. Definitely on both counts, and trying to form it into coherent thoughts as it all comes flooding to my mind. So definitely hanging on to students, having them come to meetings every week would be something that we would like to see. I think it's natural, and I was really worried about it at first, but we have a Council of Student Leaders for Public Health Organizations with the Dean, and when I went to one of those meetings, I heard all of these people saying, oh, we have 300 people on the listserv, but maybe 30 show up to our meetings, and then I was like, oh, so it's not just us. But I would like to see more people sticking around, because they're clearly really excited about it at the interest meetings, and then not. As the semester goes on, people get busier. It's harder to have the same level of commitment to an organization where we're asking them to do stuff outside of meetings and then come back. So having them stick around would be an area for improvement. Creating more responsibilities for people who aren't necessarily in leadership positions, and kind of organizing it so that all of our projects are structured the same would be really nice too, just so we have that level of consistency. We have kind of started on it, but it's something that takes time, and it's kind of hard for me to manage when I have a full course load as well. So it's stuff that would make the organization as a whole better and make it last long term instead of just for a couple of years, but definitely.
Yeah, I would say the same. I would say just making each project a little bit more uniform, not to say that they all have to be streamlined, but the whole process of, having the appropriate mentorship, or, having a workshop for how to, conduct an assessment such that, members from each project can attend those workshops and then share those skills with the other people in their committee or in their group would be kind of nice. Right now, I think everyone's trying. There's forums for sharing documents so that we don't recreate the wheel, but sometimes, with so many people and so many different projects and so many new members, those things are not maybe as uniform as I'm sure they will get over time. I think it's just a matter of time before some of those things.
I think so much advice. So goals for the future would definitely be providing a structure. I think that a lot of people in our organization have expressed wanting it to go national, or at least having more than just public health without borders at the University of Maryland, which would be great, and man, something incredible to see 10 or 20 years down the road. But first I want to get this one right, I think. So seeing better structure, more faculty involvement, having it all be consistent, reporting forms, seeing more skills workshops with our students in the meetings, and then just not feeling like this hastiness that I think that we felt a couple of times with getting our trips together, and having it all be very cohesive and organized, because I'm OCD and I would love to see it organized. So seeing that would be a huge improvement.